So what is the most powerful way to use Publisher Rocket for your niche research when creating books for Amazon KDP? How else can you use the software to be able to help you to scale your self-publishing business? Well, in this video, I'm going to be running this tutorial to show you some of the powerful features of Publisher Rocket, and you never know, we might come across a profitable niche that you can then go ahead and create your own books on. Now, if you haven't been to this channel before, welcome. My name is Romney. I'm a creator of several best-selling courses on Udemy, and I've also created and published over 350 books, including best-selling books in the US, UK, Canada, and Australia. So let's get into this tutorial. I really want to be able to identify and show you some of the key tools that you can use on Publisher Rocket. And remember, if you are keen on purchasing it, if you haven't got Publisher Rocket, then there is a link below in the description along with my courses that I have. So let's get into this tutorial, and I hope you enjoy it. So this is the dashboard of Publisher Rocket. Once you purchase Publisher Rocket, which is just a once-off lifetime payment, it'll give you access to this dashboard, and there are regular updates that come through, and they're automated, so then therefore it's easy to update, and it just goes through. So on the dashboard, you've got your keyword research, competitor analyzer, category search, AMS keyword search, and different tutorials, which you can also make use of, along with this video I'm creating for you as well. Now, what we want to do, there's a couple of things. Firstly, we want to create a spreadsheet, and the spreadsheet will have the following titles. It'll have the title, because we want to identify different books that we might be able to find in our niche research. We might want to list the ASIN number or the ISBN, potential keywords, potential categories, and competitive score, which I'll go through when we have the Publisher Rocket tutorial, when I actually go through more of this information here. So let's go on to Amazon to start with, and I'm going to start with the Amazon bestsellers. So I want to go to the USA, so Amazon.com. It's where the majority of the customer base is, and therefore it's going to be easier for us to to do our niche research. Now, what we want to do is, under books, you can either do all departments or books. Look, I find it very similar. You can do either one. There's an argument for using all departments and there's an argument for using books, but for this lesson, we're going to be sticking under books, because sometimes when you use all departments, the data might be skewed a bit because it's including everything and not just the books. So what I would normally do is just go to the Amazon bestsellers, and this is one way you can start your niche research if you're going to be using Publisher Rocket. So what we're looking for is a couple of different opportunities to see if there's any books here that might be trending. And it's approaching, we're in November now, so we're approaching Christmas time, so there might be a theme towards Christmas books. So let's see if there's anything that we think that we could potentially create that might be in trend, and this will help us to get some research done in Publisher Rocket, and then we can apply it to creating our own books. So at the moment, there's not much that I can see that we could sort of recreate. It also depends on the type of book you're creating. Are you doing a no content book, a low content book, or a high content book? So the high content books are books that are significant in length. It might be 10,000 words plus. Then you've got low content books, which might include colouring books, they might be learn to write books, they might be children's picture story books. Then you've got no content books, which are basically journals or notepads where there is literally no content within the manuscript. It might be just blank pages. So that's no content. So let's go on to page number 2. Let's keep having a look here if there's anything that we could potentially look at doing. Can't see anything in the top 100 how to draw cute stuff. Okay, so that's number 71. Let's have a little bit of a look at this one. So what I'm looking for is something that you could potentially create yourself. You need to look at the keywords. So it's the category of drawing specific objects. And I'll look for the keywords here. So what I might do is copy that and put it into my spreadsheet as the title of the book. And what I might also do is look at the keywords that are being used in the subtitle. So I might even put the subtitle below here. And we're going to copy that, put that in our spreadsheet. Again, we need just to reduce it, make it nice and neat. And therefore we got that information. Now the next thing we're going to do is include the ASIN number once we have a look at the information here. And if it's something that we could potentially create ourselves and make even better. So how to draw, that we could create. Okay, these are things that a child can try and draw. A few extra details here. It doesn't look too complicated. So that could be something that we might like to look into. It's probably not a book that I would necessarily create myself, but it could be something you're interested in. And if it is ranked where it is now, we go down here further, it is ranked at number 71 across all of Amazon.com. So therefore, it could be worth your time to make something like that. And they've done well with the A+ content as well. And so that's looking good. And they've made that nice and attractive. So if you need to learn more about A+ content, make sure you check out another video I've created on that topic. So let's have a look at that. So that's the first thing we do. How to draw. Is it something? Maybe, maybe not, but we can identify more of that in Publisher Rocket. Let's go back here again to see if there's any more that we can do. Can't see anything here. Okay, so let's stick with the drawing theme. And I've also got the expander, AMZ expander on here, which will bring down more keywords. So learn to draw. Let's just go kids. See if this expands it out. So this will do that for me. Learn to draw for kids 5 to 7. So this has got over 10,000 results. We're looking for results of around about 3,000 or under. We need to just go through and have a bit of a look here. So how to draw things. Again, that's ranked at 449. It seems to be a popular kind of a theme. Go down further. It might be too competitive, but by going through this, we might find something else that we can do. See, a book like this one, Learn to Draw Animals, that looks quite simple to do. And this person has got a couple of books. So this is the dinosaur book. They're called the Young Artist Series. They've done a whole series out of it. Now it's sponsored. I don't want to click on that, but we can click on this one here because it's non-sponsored and I don't want someone to be paying for me to be clicking on it. So what we do is go paperback and we can have a look and see what else is trending for them in this particular market. So that's their Learn to Draw Animals at 2,590 when that was at release, December 31. So it's been around for quite a few years. It's got quite a few results. All these Learn to Draw are doing well. So this is the Unicorns Mermaids. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the Learn to Draw as a theme. So Learn to Draw, you might be able to create a blank journal that allows children or kids to draw different things. You might have an outline on it or the actual picture and the kids can try and replicate that. Or it might be in a very you might be able to fade it away so that they can just see this sketch and outline of it, and they can outline it and then colour it in. Or you might be able to create it in a dot form, so the child can actually do that on there. So let's do a learn to draw. Let's try and see if this is under the Kindle. We want to go back, and we're going to go learn to draw, but let's try and refine it a bit more. Let's go for kids, even 3 to 5. See what that's like. 6,000 results, so the results are coming down. What learn for kids? What about this one here? 1,000 results. So colouring book for kids age 4 to 8, learn how to draw animals. 1,000 results, so it's meeting our criteria there. So what I'm going to do is copy that. I'm going to place it in here. And this might be our theme. So this is what we're going to go for in Publisher Rocket to see whether it extracts the information that we want. I'm going to go back here, and I'm going to go down and see how these perform. So that's sponsored. I don't really want to go on that one because I don't want that person to have to pay for that click. So we've got 4,000. Let's bring up KD Spy, a separate software tool that's a one-off payment as well. I can include that in the description as well. So I click on KD Spy, and this is going to bring up some data around colouring books for kids under the search that I did. So it's got an average sales rank of 51,000, which is fantastic. It's got an average monthly revenue of nearly $15,000, and the competition, it's popular. However, the competition, it's healthy, but I think we could potentially compete in this niche. So if we have a look here, we can see what we normally do is get rid of these outliners. Anything that's like, we normally eliminate maybe 2 to 3, which are ones that don't typically sit on the trend. So this one is definitely out of trend, because if you look at everything else, it's under 50,000. So that's the highest run from then on. And it brings it down to a rank of 12,636, which is fantastic. So what we can do from there is have a look at the keyword results. Which is already on there. We're going to go, we've clicked on the books, keyword analysis. So this will tell us whether the keyword is in the title or not. Or it's no for any of those. So the colouring book for kids age 4 to draw animals is not there, but you could potentially get some really good keywords out of this. And if we do a word cloud, that will actually show us some different words that are appearing in the titles or the subtitles of those books. So draw, drawing, how, step kids. So you could bring that together. Drawing, how to draw step by step for kids might be a way that you could do this. So that gives us the top 5 down below. So that's really good information. If we go back to the keyword results, so it's got an average sales rank of 12,000, and it also gives us a price. So it's, let's just say it's $8 or thereabouts. So let's click out of this. I'm going to go back to my spreadsheet, and I might just list here the pricing, and we're going to say it's $8 as the average price. Now, how would we bring Publisher Rocket into this now? So we've got our main keywords. So we're going to copy that. We're going to go into Publisher Rocket. Let's do our keyword search to begin with. So we're going to books. There is Kindle and Audible. We just want the books. Control V, go get them Rocket. Let's have a look and see what might come up. So there's only one here at the moment, and that is there. So what we do, we go over to the magnifying glass, and we click the magnifying glass, and this will bring up the pages, competitors, average price, monthly earnings, estimated Amazon searches, and competitive score. So there we go. There's the average price, $8, which I had on KD Spy. Average pages, 103. And the competitors is pretty good still. And Amazon search results, 227 a month, which is good. And then competitive score. So what is the competitive score? The competitive score is from 1 to 100. 100 being the most competitive niche you can be in. 1 being a very low competitive niche. This one actually sits quite well at about 45. So it's giving you an opportunity to get into this niche. So that's a good start to begin with. What we could also do is we could add another keyword or a new search. So what we can do is go new search, and we can just do, let's go to the other one we had here, which was this one, and just see what comes up. We need to go back here, go get 'em rocket, and this will give us another indication of what this is like by doing our search. It's 50, so it's similar, but look at the average monthly earnings. That's huge. So that I would give a tick for. So we go back to here, and I would add another box saying research further, and I would say a definite yes for that one, and then this one down here, a definite yes as well, because that is something we can definitely do. So let's go back to Publisher Rocket. What I would then do is click on the button right here, and this button will provide you, just move my face a bit, this button will give you some information of the competition analyzer, and this will provide the different books, sales, and the age of the book. Now that's the number of days since that book was published, and we can go down and see if there's any new books that have been published. So this one here was only published 23 days ago. It's got a ranking of 4,216 and doesn't have the keywords in the title, $6.99, and it's making $176 per day. So what we can do from there is check it out. So let's go and check it out on Amazon. It's a #1 new release, and we can see how to draw. So it's got how to draw super things, how to draw super cute things, learn to draw incredibly cute stuff, and it's got the keywords there. So you might want to copy and paste that into your spreadsheet. It's got 3 ratings. We've seen the pricing wise of $6.99, and we know it was only released in October. And these are 2 categories that it was released under. So it's ranked at 4,216. And it's got some great reviews so far as well. So let's go back up here. What I want to do is look inside it. Is it something that we can compete with? And it's got the blank page there. It's not really showing much, but it does show the contents. And you can have a look and see how that would work. Okay, so it's got some basics. This is something you could easily create. And the great thing is at the back here, you get to see the instructions that they do for each of these pictures. And you can see how easy it is that they've been able to do this. You could create this on a platform like Canva, and you could put this together. It might take you 3 to 4 weeks. But if you can generate a book like this with a great cover, then there's no reason why you can't do this. And that cover, again, could be done on Canva, and it might take you half a day to do, or you could outsource that to someone else and they could create the cover for you. So let's go back to Publisher Rocket again. We've been able to get the different keywords. We've done the keyword research, which ticks the right boxes. We've done the competition analyzer. We can see the different books. You can go into each of these books and find out what categories they're in, how they're ranking. You can see whether there's any others that are pretty new that you might be able to look into. So this one here is only 96 days old. Not doing much though. And I can see why, because the cover's not great. Personally, I don't think it's great. But if you create the right book, then you're going to start to get it selling. Now, the last thing we can do if you want to launch your book properly, is to do or to use AMS keyword search, which is available in Publisher Rocket as well. So we've got our category search. So if we go to that book we just had up, which was, I'm missing it already, this one here, we can say draw children's drawing books. So we can have a look and see if we do books, children's, unless we just, what we might do is get rid of that. Okay, we can have a look and see where we can find it. It might be under this one here potentially, and that might be the one, I think. That might be it. So what you would do if you wanted to add this category to your book when you're once you've published it, or you're looking for it on Amazon KDP, you would just highlight what they call the string, which is the string, and you would provide that to Amazon KDP, and they can add that as a category to your book, or you can use it straight away when you're choosing your 2 categories when you're uploading your book to Amazon. Now this is telling me that you need 288 sales to get to #1 bestseller, or 36 to get to the top 10 within that category. It also includes the large publishers, so the big publishing houses of the world. There's 33% of books in the top rankings that are getting the majority of the sales. So if you look at something like this, religious inspiration, that's 65%, so it's quite high. This one's even higher down there. The last thing, as I mentioned, we'll do our research. So let's go back to our main keyword again. Let's just do this as a keyword. We go to the search, which is back here, plug it in, go get 'em rocket. Let's just have a quick look at this, and it'll bring up all the different keywords that we can use within our Amazon campaigns. Now, there are going to be keywords that might be brought up that aren't relevant, and then what you need to do is unclick those as you go down. So let's just have a quick look. So probably things anatomy we wouldn't use, so we unclick it, keep going down. You might even get some ideas for niches from these keywords. So you can have a look at those. Then what you do is export it. So once we push export, we can then save it, and this will then provide us with that the list of words within a spreadsheet that we can then copy and paste into campaigns for Amazon ads. So that gives you a bit of a look at the different features for Publisher Rocket. It's a great way of finding out the competition, researching other books, getting your Amazon keywords for Amazon ads, and obviously our keyword research from the very beginning that will give us a really good idea about the average price and the earnings and things like that. So I hope that helps you, and we may have just found a great niche that you can get yourself into to start your publishing journey if you haven't started already, or to create a book like this, and hopefully you can get a bestsellers tag. So there you have an overview of Publisher Rocket and the power of that platform and the tool. Remember, it is just a once-off payment, so I love that when you just can pay for it and you don't have a subscription model that you're paying for every month or annually. Now, you can purchase Publisher Rocket by using my link below, and that would be greatly appreciated. I do hope that you've found value in this video, and I look forward to providing more content to you in the future. I'll see you later.